In this video, we're going to look at how to find the midpoint of a line segment or midpoint between two sets of coordinates. To find the midpoint, we will be using the following formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. To use this formula, first we need to label our 2 points. Let's label coordinates of point A with x1, y1 and coordinates of point B with x2 and y2. So all we have to do now, we plug in numbers. So let's start adding x1 and x2. So we will have 4 plus 8 divided by 2, which is 6. Now let's do same thing with y values. We will have x plus 10 divided by 2, which is 8. So we got final answer 6,8. Now let's try another example. Here we are asked to find the midpoint between 1, 10 and 12, negative 5. So first let's label coordinates of point A with x1 and y1 and coordinates of point B with x2 and y2. Now let's plug these values in the formula. We will have 1 plus 12 divided by 2, which gives us 13 over 2, and 10 plus negative 5 divided by 2 is 5 over 2. So this is our final answer. You can see that we didn't get whole numbers. You can leave the answer either like a fraction, or you can turn into decimals. Now let's look at the next question. In this question, they're giving us coordinates of point A. However, exact value of x coordinates is unknown, and we are given the coordinates of point C. We also know that the midpoint has coordinates or 5 and B. So y coordinate of midpoint is also unknown, and we are asked to find the values A and B. Okay, so to do that, I will be using the formula of midpoint. Let's start. Okay, let's start adding x1 and x2. So we will have a plus 9 divided by 2, and we know that when we add x coordinates and we divide by 2, we are getting x coordinate of the midpoint, which is 5 in this case. So I'm going to make this one equal 5. I'm going to write up same for y coordinates. We will have 9 plus 11 divided by 2. It's going to be equals to B. Now let's solve the first equation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So we will have a plus 9 equals 10. Let's subtract 9 from both sides, and a equals 1. Now 9 plus 11 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So B equals 10. So we got our final answer. A equals 1 and B equals 10. Now let's have a look at final question. So here we have coordinates of point A. However, exact value of x coordinate is not known, and we know the coordinates of point C. We also know coordinates of midpoint of AC. However, x coordinates exact value is not known. Now let's use the formula for the midpoint and write up for the x values first. So we will have a plus 11 divided by 2 gives us 3a. Okay, so now let's multiply both sides by 2. So we will have a plus 11 equals 6a. Then subtract a from both sides, and which is 11 equals 5a, and divide both sides by 5, and a is 11 over 5, and we just found the answer, which is 11 over 5.